Is it an Islamic right for chaste men to seek chaste women for marriage? It depends on what exactly you mean by this question, but yes, Allah Azza wa Jal says that the pure men are for the pure women and the pure women are for the pure men. This is because our fitrah, our natural instinct, is to navigate or to be attracted towards that which we consider to be valuable, that which we consider to be special, it's within our favor. And generally, people who look after their chastity are going to look for people who look after their chastity. Is it their right to do so? Of course it is their right to do so. الطيبات للطيبين والطيبون للطيبات. And similarly, people who don't look after their chastity, or they don't preserve themselves for the sake of Allah Azza wa Jal, and they become lascivious and loose and so forth, وَالْعِيَاذُ بِاللَّهِ, they will navigate and they'll find themselves attracted to a similar type of person. Now, is there a prohibition for somebody who is chaste to marry somebody who was not chaste or did not remain chaste? No, there's no prohibition. But of course, this would not be a normal type of, this would not be the norm. This would tend to be the exception to the rule, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows best. But there is a misunderstanding, yes, that if someone was, if they had extramarital relations or premarital relations, that they are not permitted to marry somebody who had not, and that is of course not true. As long as they make tawbah and turn back to Allah Azza wa Jal and reform their life completely, inshallah they will be able to marry someone who would accept them for who they are at that stage in their life. And then of course the corollary question that comes about is, so should they expose their sin to a future spouse because they did not look after their chastity? And it's actually quite an interesting answer to this one. And the answer is that no, that we are not allowed to divulge a transgression of Allah's law, regardless of what that transgression may be. We are not allowed to divulge that secret if Allah Ta'ala had concealed it. The interesting thing, of course, that I'm referring to is, so how does the young lady, for example, who protected herself, or the young man, for example, who protected himself, ensure that the person that they are getting married to did the same thing, right? There are ways of asking, right, the questions that one needs to ask without compromising this person and making them or placing them in a situation where they have to say something that Islam doesn't allow them to say. And one needs to, of course, be wise about that. There are some details about interviewing and asking questions to the spouse within the answers available on the Seeker's Guidance Answers Forum. So do read into that as well, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah.